Hello, greetings to you, whoever is going to watch my video. And today I got a thought that I felt I should share with you. And I really wanted to keep it to myself, but I felt like there's no way I'm the only one experiencing whatever I got. And I felt like I should share it with somebody out there who felt like me. And the thought is, or the question is, have you ever been prepared for the worst? I've I know it's been like a norm every time, like expect the best, like, but this is not always the case. Like, why do we always, as human being, why do we always expect what is good for us, but still the same human beings are still going to bring in what is worse to us? I think this should be part of our lives, and we should get the solution for it too. We should put it into our list of things that is good thing. Maybe I know it's the worst, but we should prepare for it. For the fact that it got the worst, prepare for it. I think it's make it much better for us. It make it to the list of the best thing that is happening to us. So I got this thought like about 3 days ago. I was going outside and I was like, I should prepare for the worst. Not because I know exactly what it might be, but I know I'm gonna meet different kind of people out there, and I don't know what they will be expecting of me or the place that I'm going. Maybe something is going to annoy me in there, but what should be my reaction? How should I control myself? Because I never wanted anything that is messing with my day. When I know I just woke up early in the morning or whatever the time is, happy, dress up, or anything of the sort, right? And I was just happy, and something out of nowhere will just come and mess my day. What will happen? I will go back to my space feeling angry, questioning myself as to why this has to happen. Because what was I expecting? I expect something good. I expect that same energy to still go and come back with me. And the reason this thought just didn't come out of nowhere. So you yourself, maybe one day, one time, you went somewhere, but the kind of environment that you went in didn't didn't treat you the way you really expected it. And what happened? You felt you hated it, and maybe you don't have that kind of self-esteem that you are really having, and it's mess about your day. Same to me. And did you actually get the solution? That's your question. But as for me, so to go straight to my point, I've really been disappointed so many times. I'm not sure if I was really expecting a lot on the places I should go, on the people I'm gonna meet, or whatever the kind of conversation I was gonna have with somebody. So one time, it's not one time, but several times, I think I've been having like high expectation, but the feedback was never that pleasing. And I ended up being angry, hating the place, hating the people, or something like that. And this keep repeating itself. And I gave up. I gave up from what I expect to be good. Because I was like, I think I love myself. Why should I not care about myself? Why should I care about something that doesn't care about me? And from there, and this doesn't exclude your family members or your friends. You might go out with your friends, and how they treat you is not what you expected. And even your family too. You expect them to be your family, friendly, and all stuff. That's what we want. But at the end of the day, that's not going to be the case. You'll find yourself so angry, asking yourself, why you doing this to me? But the truth is, nobody is going to answer you those questions. Only you, because you actually care, because you are not prepared for it. I'm an example. I'm talking from experience. And this doesn't exclude you out from what I experience. Not everybody. For the lucky ones, well done. But for those who are still who experience this, and those who are still yet to, this video is for you. My explanation might not be what you really wanted to hear from the title. But I'm sure for the moment you hear like be prepared for the worst, I think this will open your eye, and there's a way you yourself, you will help yourself with it and put it in the right way. And when I felt like this, I was like, wow, what's wrong with me? Like, do I have to be angry every time? Do I have to be sad every time? Like, why are you even sad? Why are you expecting too much from people? And from what I got from I in that question that I was asking myself, let's say if it was somebody that I know, I was like, okay, I don't care anymore. I felt like that was love. That was love that was making me that much angry because I don't expect somebody I know, somebody that is my family, or somewhere else to be, do something bad to me. And I was like, what is your problem? Like, why do you care? And I just kept asking, like, why? What did I do? So I will be sad every time. I will never get the answer that I really needed because you will never get it because that was their intention. But you are so innocent to expect that there will be a words that is going to come out from there. And from there, this cycle keep going. And I was like, oh wow, I think it's time I should just pull back and watch and not expect the best from what I call a friend, from what I call a family, from what I call somebody that I don't know too. And what I got there was I love them. I love whoever was going to disappoint me because this I never wish they can wish me anything bad. Neither do I even have to wish them anything bad. And that's why I felt like I was so angry. Like I should not expect this from them. And then that was another scenario. That was the first scenario. Another scenario is where you'll just randomly go somewhere and meet people you don't know, and they don't know you too. But also, you'll be surprised from what you get from them. Even when you haven't approached them, there will always be a reaction towards you. And you'll be so vulnerable, you can't protect yourself. Even whoever is supposed to protect you won't even be able to. Like, and that's what I call be prepared for the worst scenario because now you'll be like, I'm the victim. So maybe somebody is going to come for you. But it won't work there that way. Maybe at some point, maybe you might be lucky. At some point, just only yourself. So your day won't be the same way you started it because it's like you expected much, you expected the best to happen. But if you prepared yourself and know that, you know what, I'm going out and whatever happens, there's a way I'm going to handle it. If this worst thing happened, if you are in an environment where people are so racist, if something happened to you in that kind of scenario, like there's so many things that happen in different ways. If something like that happened, how are you going to handle it? How are you going to get yourself out from that without being hurt? Like, because the things that we really hold in our hearts, they're the ones that make a lot of damage compared to what really happened there, because you'll be keeping thinking about them. You know how they always say, forgive other people and all stuff. I don't know if I should really believe in this. I don't think this is about who you're going to forgive, but this is really about you, because for the fact that you think you have been wrong, so you'll be keeping it. So this is like a wound in you, but when you let it go, yeah, you feel better. But when it's come to me, I don't expect you to come close to me again. Like, just stay away. It's like you're still inviting that kind of wound to me. So it's better to forgive you. You go your way and don't make sure you don't come close to me. And it's the same way. If you prepare yourself and know that I'll be judged or something somewhere, and how will you be feeling? And why should you even feel bad about whatever it is that might be said about you? When you ask yourself this and how you should actually react onto this one, I think it can really help you, especially if you didn't want your day to be a sad kind of a day. And that's what I felt like I should actually share it with you because so many scenarios in my life, I've really felt like I'm not I'm I'm not getting what I expected, either from a family, from somebody I don't know, or any kind of environment that I've gone to. Something, I know you all know these things do happen. And I'm not talking of this thing. Let's give an example of going to, let's say, for a job interview. Sometimes that feeling you got and you'll be like, oh God, please let me get this job. Remember, you got all the qualifications, but for some reasons, you feel like there's a way that person, you're not going to be selected because you think you're not smart, like you don't deserve that qualification. It's not that kind. Like that one, you're just undervaluing yourself. But this other thing where you just find random things when you didn't even go for them. They just found you when you're just going around your own ways. Those things, those things that will just come unexpectedly. I felt like you should be prepared for them because this worked out for me. I one time really cared a lot, but what came out of that caring and the loving was so disappointing. And what happened next? I didn't care anymore. And what happened next? I felt happy. I wasn't worried anymore. And my day just went smoothly. Because why should you care for something that is really doesn't care about you? So I gave back the same treatment because I will be suffering like double when you just do things and move on. And I was like, so this was actually my first scenario where I was like, I don't care. And I felt better. I felt better because I just went my way from there. Another thing is now finding anything other outside of your environment. Huh? The worst. Just prepare for anything worse. You'll be going outside. Let's say you're going to the park or you're going to the shopping center and somebody will accuse you like you stole something. I know this is so bad. I don't know. Me myself, I don't even know how I should be prepared about this. But just guard yourself not to go out of your way. Because when people like this do such things, there's an intention behind it. It just didn't came anyhowly. And same thing, you go out walking somewhere on the street and someone just attack you. How should you react to it? How should you handle it? Will it be safe for you if you do a certain kind of thing or no? This will be your choice. And I felt like, and that's why, yeah, I think that much I can say. I know I haven't explained it in the best way possible, but I know if you can ask yourself this question in your own way and you answer it for yourself, it's not something that I should really answer for you. What I just said is what worked out for me. Because I know if I was to go outside, I should be prepared for the worst. Who is going to approach me? Whoever I'm gonna meet? What are they gonna tell me? Anything worse? What will happen? Like, how should I react? How should I escape it if it is something that was going to harm me, or if it is something that I really want so much? You know what? You will expect the worst things where you really didn't expect them to happen. Hmm? Either you go to the police to help you with a certain case and they turn you down. Well, those are your saviors. Or you go to a lawyer and yeah, you didn't get what you expected. Or a job and you'll be like, oh, this job, not because of your qualification, but who they just saw, like, this job is not for you and we don't want you. Or something like, I had this kind of stories happen. But you know what? Even those who, let me just say one example. It was not that long ago too. I wanted to apply for a certain training. I wanted to do a certain kind of course somewhere. And when I went there, I met, yeah, whoever were in that company. And when whoever was supposed to take me in for the orientation or whatever, there was a big question like, what are you doing here? Like, should you be here? And when I saw that kind of environment, it's just one kind of tribe. And for some reasons, I was even scared a little bit. And the way this lady treated me, okay, there was a test that I was to do. If I passed that test, then I'm qualified for that training that I was gonna do. And so I did the test. Okay, I was asked if I actually have any other qualifications before I tried that training. And I said yes. I do have this qualification and that one and all stuff. And I did my test. This wasn't something heavy. It's just anybody can answer whatever it is. So I did that test and I'm not sure how many points they were all in, but I didn't care about this. I know I was gonna get everything. But at some point, I told the lady like, "Oh, I'm done and all stuff," and she was like, "Oh, okay." She said, "Let me print out something." She printed out, and she didn't even show me the results she actually printed out. She went onto her laptop, and she was like, "Oh, oh, no, 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 we can't take you. We can't take you because you have." So when I did this test, she printed out the results, and I had a high confidence that there's nothing that was gonna prevent me from passing this kind of test because there was nothing so heavy about it. So the lady was like, "Oh no, you have failed. You haven't reached our expectation." And I was curious. I was waiting for her to tell me, "Oh, this is where you went wrong and all stuff." But that wasn't the case. She was like, "Okay." She showed me another page on a laptop, and she was like, "Oh, this one. You haven't answered the correct answer." And you know what? We almost argued. She said that I selected a certain answers, like those were my answers, but she can clearly see that the green points, like the green ticks, because if your answer is right, it's gonna say like green, and if it is wrong, red somewhere. And I was telling her, no, these are my answers. You can see they are green, and this is what I selected. And out of that test, I failed too. And she said she cannot take me in because I haven't got everything. Oh, I've never experienced this kind of thing in this kind of environment that I was in. But yeah, I was seeing the thing. Actually, I didn't expect that something. I wasn't expecting the worst where somebody might feel like I don't deserve to be there, or I don't know. But later on, I came to realize, oh, you should not expect much. Yeah, so she told me, oh, you cannot proceed because you failed this one. And I was like, okay, was I supposed to get everything? And she was like, yeah, at least if you failed one, that was gonna be okay, but now 2 points are out of your points, so you won't be able to. And something in me was like, you know what, don't don't rely on it too much. It's okay if it doesn't work, that's fine. You'll get somewhere else. Like, it felt like she was not professional, if I can say. And I was like, okay. And in my mind, I was like, I'm good to go back home. Like, I'm okay. But at some point, she was like, oh, if you want to repeat, it's okay if you still have time. And I was like, okay, no worries. I went back to the desktop, repeat the same, repeat the same test. I know what I was answering, so there's no way I was gonna select the wrong answer. I still selected the same kind of points. And you know what? Okay, this was supposed to take 1 hour, but this didn't take me 1 hour, not even 30 minutes. I went back to her again and said, I'm done. And then she was like, oh yeah, oh my God, you got everything. And you know what? I was like, wait, what? How? How is that possible? How did I get everything? I said like, yeah, you did it. Then let's continue with the application. And I was like, oh my god, this lady, she's so racist. So now she proceeded and did my application and applied for the training that I was going for. And indeed, if I can see around the environment, that training center, like these were specific people, and the people on the counter are the same people. And I was like, oh wow, okay, I got you all. And I should have not expect much, yeah. So thank you everybody who watched this video, and I was doing this to help somebody out there, to make them ask themselves too, should I be prepared for the worst? And what should I do if I encountered myself in a certain situation, in a certain kind of scenario? Should you control yourself? Should you do something that is going to mess up your day or your whole life? How should you survive? Like, we are running away from another human being every time. And if we ask ourselves and know what we really want, and if we are still going to please or entertain whatever is happening in our environment, then how is it going to benefit you? Like, how is your day still going to go while entertaining these things? And do you think it's something that you should go on with, or do you have another direction? And I felt like that was the main point as to why I have to share that I one time felt like I should be prepared. And now I'm going out and I'm prepared for whatever happen. And this thing that might happen should not be something that will mess up my day. And I should not come back sad. I should know how to react to it. What should I do? Because I don't want to come back with a wound that is going to be in there, messing every goal that I was setting to do. Yeah, I actually do overthink a lot. And I like my overthinking anyways. I do like my overthinking because it's giving me answers. And after I got my answer, okay, it made me question myself, got the answers and the solutions, and later on, I'm free. Yeah, because I'm kind of that person. I don't entertain anything that is going to be making me sad every now and then. Like, I'm that person, like, I want a happy kind of environment. I can't live with somebody that I really hate. No. If the place was yours, I'm going to leave it to you. And I'm going to excuse myself. Because how can you be living under, let's say, for example, your family, and everybody's always like, like want to fight the other. What's the point? Like, I hate this kind of life. I want somebody I can be laughing. If I have a friend, this friend should be somebody I should rely on. We should all look after each other. If it is a family member, I should do the same thing. I should not see you sad, especially when it is something between me and you. There should be a solution. And if you have no solution for it, then you're gone. Because if you don't want to solve something, let's say we are friends and something happened between us, either knowingly or unknowingly, there's always somebody who did so wrong. But when an argument comes in, nobody will know. If there was no witness, nobody will know that so and so is right. Because even whoever wronged you is also still to argue to be the one who has been wronged. Like, everybody will be a victim. And if you're that kind of a person in my life, I'm sorry, like, I can't continue with your life. Yeah, and please find what make you happy. Know how to handle the situations that don't please you. I know there's so many things in the world that we should be prepared of, the worst scenarios that we should be prepared for, but don't go that deep, because if we really have to think about it, we start thinking of how the world is going to end tomorrow, and this might really affect us, and you might not live your life the way you expected it. But the scenarios that I was saying are just this small thing that you yourself can actually control. you know, where somebody is not being unfair to you, and all kind of racist things that might happen. And yeah, don't think about too much of the end of the world, because nobody knows. Mm, yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and see you next time. This was my day 3 of 30 days challenge of being active to make content. So see you next time.